When you think of shred guitarist, is there anybody more iconic than Yngwie Malmsteen? Yeah, he's a bit of an interesting character, but we can't deny he's created some of the best neoclassical shred riffs of all time. But in today's episode, the Gibson Fanboy is going to be trying out the YJM signature guitar. It's got Seymour Duncan YJM Fury pickups in it, it's got a deep scallop on the fretboard, and it has the oversized Fender headstock. And don't forget, it's episode 4 of Shredmas, so we'll be giving away this NUX 65 overdrive at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get straight into this shreddy Squealing Pig Guitars episode. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. Today is episode 4 of Shredmas. Before we get into this YJM Stratocaster, we have to announce the giveaway winner of yesterday's video. Just to cast your mind back, yesterday we announced our giveaway of the Reaver Strap. So the winner of yesterday's giveaway is, drumroll please, John Green 6118. Thank you mate, I hope you enjoyed the strap and thank you so much for being a supporter of Squealing Pig Guitars. If you didn't win, don't be too disappointed as we're giving away this NUX 65 overdrive at the end of this video. So make sure to stay tuned for the giveaway details. But of course, in today's episode, the Gibson Fanboy is going to be trying out the YJM signature Stratocaster. It's a crazy shred machine with a deep scallop, so it's definitely going to be out of my comfort zone. But here at Squealing Pig Guitars, our main mission is to find the best guitars in the world. So at the end of the video, I'll be rating this YJM Stratocaster out of 10. But let's not dawdle any further, let's grab the tweed case and get it open. So I've got the case with the tweed cover now with the brown bumpers. It's kind of putting a little bit of an optical illusion on me with the two contrasting colours. It's kind of crazy. Opening it up, we have the stunning Fender YJM Stratocaster. My holy grail guitar when I was a teenager. I would have loved one of these. As you can see here, we've got the big oversized 70s headstock with the massive Fender logo, obviously just being as extravagant as possible with the bullet truss rod cover and the F-branded tuners. Just brought the camera down here so you can see the deep scallop on this fretboard with the jumbo frets. So Yngwie Malmsteen has a plethora of vintage Strats in his collection, but he always seems to opt for his signature model when playing live. So I just think that's a credit to how well made this guitar is. And it's this exact model. He doesn't use a custom shop version, it's just the classic Fender USA product. We have the infamous YJM Fury pickups from Seymour Duncan's. These are basically humbuckers and are noise cancelling. We have the classic kind of wiring for a Strat, but it is a three-way switch with a volume, tone, and tone. So that's everything you need to know about this awesome Fender YJM Stratocaster. So let's grab it out the case and get to the tone demonstration. So guys, just before we get into the tone demonstration, I just want to have a little talk about this YJM Stratocaster. Of course, going over the specs, we've had a look at it, but for me this is a really special moment being able to play the proper version of the YJM Stratocaster with the maple neck. I played a rosewood board one before, but when I was a teenager, Yngwie Malmsteen was like my guitar hero. Funny story actually, my dad had a black Stratocaster, he still has it, but I put the YJM Fury set into his guitar and we kind of modified it. And the guitar obviously didn't have a deep scallop or anything, but these pickups sounded incredible in that guitar, and I swear it was like a kind of 100 to 120 pound guitar. It wasn't expensive at all. But obviously this guitar has the whole, 9 yards, it's got the brass nut as well, the deep scallop. But these YJM pickups are so interesting, they almost sound like humbuckers in a way. And I think by definition they are humbucking because they don't make any noise. But yeah, I just wanted to share that anecdote before we got started today. I do have quite a lot of experience with these pickups as I used to have a guitar with them. But yeah, I just really like Yngwie Malmsteen's music. Obviously over the years I've kind of changed my taste a little bit, but I still like to get out the neoclassical shred riffs and try and do it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. But that's enough blab for myself. Let's get into the tone demonstration. So guitarists, now it's time to hear this beautiful YJM Stratocaster in action. Of course, as this is an Yngwie Malmsteen guitar, I had to use a Marshall amplifier for today's demo. So you'll see behind me, I've got a 412 cabinet with a Silver Jubilee head on the top, but I hope you appreciate the tone for today's episode. Of course, we've got the NUX 65 overdrive going into the front end of the amp to give us some overdrive, and that is literally the rig. Okay, so let's start off on the neck pickup. This is the clean tone going into the Silver Jubilee. It's got quite a humbucker quality to it. It's single coily, but it's very thick. Natural compression, and as I add the NUX pedal, you can hear it go into overdrive. That Nux pedal is so good, really accurately replicating the Vemuran sound. But if I do a loop just to demonstrate how, you know, them layers can go on top of each other, if we go neck pickup. So that was the neck pickup of the Strat, so it doesn't really sound like a Strat. It sounds like a really compressed neck Strat pickup, but it's very high output, obviously because it's fit for purpose, it's fit for shredding. But yeah, this doesn't really sound like a Stratocaster in a sense. I guess if you roll down the volume a little bit, you get a little bit of that Strat DNA, but it is very thick. Let's go to the middle position now. There's no 5-way select switch on this, it's just 3-way. But something that a lot of people say about scallop boards is that you can't play chords on them because they go out of tune. So we're going to test that as well for this middle position. So let's start off. So it works. I am having to really rein in how hard I hit the strings. Typically if I was on a Gibson or a normal Stratocaster, I would be holding the chord quite tightly, as I like to get that natural vibrato. If I do this on this one, you can hear there, it tunes up. Especially in this lower register. However, that can be really good for bending. And vibrato, as you're able to get ultimate purchase of the string, you're able to go underneath the string rather than on top of it. Let's hear the bridge pickup now. That's a classic example of where my touch is too hard, so I'm actually pulling the notes. A tune, but you'll just have to deal with it for today's episode because I'm just heavy-handed. I've just added the Nux pedal now, this sounds great. What a tone, that is a very nice classic kind of blues tone. If we went to the neck pickup there. Oh, what a tone, I'm loving that. Through the Silver Jubilee, that sounds incredible. Let's switch the Silver Jubilee to the overdrive channel and do some shreds. So this is the neck pickup with the Nux engage on the second channel of the Silver Jubilee. So when I was a teenager, I was a massive fan of Yngwie, and I guess I still am to a certain degree now. I just don't play them same neoclassical licks as much anymore, but whenever I do have a lot of fun. But yeah, the neck pickup sounds amazing. There's no real point of doing the middle pickup as it's probably going to sound a bit weird with that overdrive, but let's hear the bridge pickup. I always love when Yngwie does his vibrato. On a guitar like this, it's so easy to get the vibrato because of the scallop. So guitarists, that is the end of the tone demonstration. Don't forget we also have the gig test where I'm really going to shred on this guitar and put it through its paces. But just from hearing the amp and hearing how it sounds in the room, the clean tones don't really do anything for me. I think they sound a bit like a Strat that has too much gain in the pickups, which is exactly what they have. Obviously these are almost humbuckers in a way. But on the distortion channel it has such a thick, monstrous mid-range sound that you can only get from an Yngwie Malmsteen pickup. When you play shred on this guitar, it actually feels really good and I don't notice the scallop, and I really like the bending quality of the scallop. You can really get underneath the string. As you can see, you can actually get ultimate purchase of the string because you can get underneath the string where the scallop is, and that applies for vibrato and bending. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get it, you're like, I understand why Yngwie uses it. Of course, this guitar I think has 11s on and we've got it in D standard, but obviously Yngwie plays with 8s in E flat, so I don't know how he keeps in tune, to be honest. It's actually crazy. His touch must be so light. But it's always fun trying these signature models out. I really enjoyed this one today, especially on the overdrive channel. Right, now let's go to the gig test and put it through its ultimate paces. So guitarists, now it's time for the gig test. If you're not familiar, basically I put the guitar onto a Strat, we plug into a very loud amplifier, in this case the JCM 25/50, which is the Silver Jubilee. We've got it 100 watt mode into a 412 speaker. We have it on the 100 watt mode going into the 412 cabinet. This is going to be an absolute monstrous sound. I've got the condenser microphone on one of them 112 speakers, and then of course we've got the 65 overdrive going into the front of the amp. We're giving away this pedal at the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned. Let's start off with a feedback test. Let's do a little bit of a riff Wow, what a riff test. Obviously, I'm not used to playing a scallop board, so you might hear me go in and out of tune a little bit when I push too hard on the strings, but I'd really recommend trying a scallop board if you haven't already. But that is the end of the riff test and the feedback test, so let's go to the in the mix test. In today's episode, I prepared a version of the final countdown. It's in a different key to avoid copyright issues. I've just dropped my pick as well, but obviously in the style of Yngwie, so let's hear that now. Just a little warning, in this mix test, I do go out of tune a few times because of my pressure on the guitar. The guitar itself isn't actually going out of tune, it's my heavy pressure. So please don't judge me too harshly. Obviously, this is one of my first times playing a scallop board, but I hope you enjoy the final countdown. Let's do some neoclassical shreds. So guitarists, it's the end of another Squealing Pig Guitars video. I really hope you've enjoyed checking out this YJM Stratocaster today. I have to say, it was a very interesting guitar to play today. Very hard in areas with the deep scallop, but then for the shreds, it just makes total sense having the scallop and being able to do vibrato and bending and so on. The tone out of these YJM pickups is so fit for overdrive. It sounds incredible going into my half-stack Marshall. The overdrive tones were out of this world. That's obviously what this guitar is made for. I did think the clean tones were a little bit lackluster though. But before I reveal my rating of this YJM Stratocaster, make sure to leave a like on this video, comment your thoughts down below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new. YouTube tells us that 75% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be. We upload daily content about the best guitars in the world. So make sure to join the Squealing Pig Guitars crew by hitting that subscribe button. So let's get down to business. What am I rating this YJM Stratocaster today? I'm going to rate the YJM Stratocaster a 6.8 out of 10. You might be asking, Ben, is that a bit of a low rating? And you might think it is if you just judge the overdrive tones. Yes, it sounds incredible on the overdrive. Yes, it sounds great as a melodic guitar, but it's near impossible to play chords on this guitar for me. And I thought the clean tones were really lackluster. Me, that's like 60% of my guitar playing, so I wouldn't be able to do a gig with this guitar, and therefore, obviously I can't rate it above 7 out of 10. However, if you were a YJM superfan and you wanted to just get his tone to a T and never play anything else, then this guitar's for you. If you're a blues guy or a rock guy, this is gonna feel a little bit weird, but if you're a neoclassical shred master, you're gonna really appreciate this guitar. If you'd like to check out the leaderboard for all of our guitar ratings, then hit the link down below, which will take you to the squeal board. And last but not least, we need to reveal the giveaway details for this Nux overdrive pedal. This is a really cool 65 overdrive. I'm really enjoying these Nux pedals. I'm very grateful I get to play them before giving them away. It's basically modeled on the Vemuran Janray, so it's a very nice overdrive. The Vemuran pedal goes for about £300, but this is a nice kind of 45 to 50 quid pedal, so it's nice and affordable. So if you'd like to win this pedal, all you need to do is 3 simple things. Number 1, comment down below your favorite Yngwie Malmsteen song. Number 2, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit the hype points button if you have hype points left. And number 3, make sure to hit the link down below, which will take you to the Squealing Pig Guitars website, where you can provide your email so we can get in contact with you if you win. I'll leave all the giveaway details in the comment section below. But as always guys, thank you so much for tuning into this Squealing Pig Guitars video. I really hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 5 of Shredmas. But until then, keep rocking guys. I'll see you soon.